Hey guys, planning my fall overseed. Stick around and let me tell you my plan. Hey guys, welcome back to Lawn Journeys. It's Russ. Nice to have you back. As you can see, I'm staring at a brand new Sunjoe Dethatcher Scarifier. Part of my fall overseeding plan. I'm not doing a renovation. This is not a renovation video. What we're going to be talking about today is my plan. It's not going to be the full thing. It's going to be a multi-part series. If you care to watch, it's my journey. I am going to assemble the Sunjoe today and just give it a quick, review and a whirl. The actual overseeding project needs to be timed a little better. My soil temperatures are still in the 80s. The optimal temperature for Kentucky bluegrass, which is what I plan on overseeding with, is around 70. However, I may throw it down this weekend. As you guys may know, there is a hurricane in the Gulf which has come ashore in the southern states. I hope everybody made it okay. I'm sure by the time this video gets out, we'll know how bad it was, and I hope you guys are okay. In any case, we're expecting some residual rain on Saturday here in New Jersey from that storm. It could be heavy at times, so I'm a little reluctant to go throwing down my seed. Okay, so let me talk about my plan before we get into this. Just give me a minute. I plan on doing a total thatch using the Sunjoe of my 8,700 square feet. I've already been lowering my blade on my mower. I just did a cut today, so I will be thatching probably today and Friday. Saturday is when the rain is expected, so if things are looking good after that, I may put the Scarifier on, hit that on Sunday, and then do the overseed. If I don't do it all this weekend, you'll see it as I get through it in the coming days and weeks. I will be using a Kentucky Bluegrass blend from GCI Turf. I selected the Blue Heat. It's a mixture of 3 cultivars, and we'll get into that in a future episode. So guys, if you haven't done it yet, I'd appreciate it if you would give me a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel now or at the end of the video. You can do it at any time, or you can slap the logo at the end. So anyway, the Sunjoe is one of the more popular electric powered thatchers. I have not used this one. I have had my lawn professionally thatched in the past by a landscaper. Did a great job, but the problem is it's really hard to try to coordinate when that job's going to get done. You sign up and you never know when they're going to show. So this is something I think I'm going to use on an annual, if not twice annual basis. And they're not overly expensive. They are a little bit hard to find. I mean, when I started looking for this on Amazon, sold out. Home Depot sold out. Lowe's sold out. Believe it or not, I got it from Walmart.com. It was here in 2 days. It's been sitting in my garage for a couple weeks. And talking to a couple people online this week, it's almost the end of August. They are still available, at least as of this morning, which is Thursday, the 28th or 9th of August. Okay, so let's get this thing open. Let's check it out. Okay, let's open this up. Nicely packed piece of equipment. Sunjoe catcher. Handle with the electric trigger. These parts are for the handle assembly that will go into the Sunjoe. It's my understanding the only tool required is a Phillips head screwdriver to put those parts in initially. These are the clips that go on the handles as you go farther up, which will also help us for storage. And of course, last but not least, it's the start of the show, the Sunjoe unit, and it came equipped with the Scarifier installed. So I'll be changing that out. For the thatcher. So let's get this assembly underway. Before I start any assembly, Knowing that I want to start with the thatcher, I'll change out this unit. This steps right off and pulls out. Very nice. Insert the shaft end first. Reinstall the bolts. Very good. You're ready to rock and roll. Handles are easy to assemble. Insert the curved end. There is one screw with a washer, goes in each side. And I'll say I'm pleasantly surprised at how that screw just lined right up perfectly. It's the depth of that well is perfect for the frame to match up with the screw hole in the arm. Okay, I had one little snafu. I put the handle on upside down, so you can tell I turned it around the other way. The reason is it lets the cord also follow down the right side of the machine, and no doubt that's more ergonomic for use of the product. This just, you need to snap the wire on, and then these snap right on the shaft on the arm. They go on rather nice. All right, team, I have to say this took literally 15 minutes to put together, if that, and that included changing the scarifier out for the thatcher. Pretty nice looking machine. I see a lot of people operate these without the bag on it and just leave the mess on the lawn, rake it up, or go over with your mower, because it depends on where you're thatching and what you're doing. So a couple other things to point out. Sunjoe, I think this is about a 1560 amp electric motor on it, so you got to have proper extension cords. They recommend you also operate it on a GFI grounded outlet, obviously because you're working outside. Most of your outdoor outlets should be already set up that way. There is a adjustment on the front. It's basically 10, 5, 0, and then negative 5 and 10. If you read the booklet, I'll put it on the screen. There are certain settings that are recommended for the scarifier and others that are recommended for the thatcher. I know the thatcher they don't recommend to use at the lowest setting. I think you'll probably bind the motor up. As far as extension cords go, it's recommended that if you're running up to 50 feet, you can get away with a 15 AUG extension. If you're going to go 50 to 100, they recommend 12 AUG. Apparently what will happen is if you use an extension cord that's too small, you can overheat the motor in use, and it has some protection on it. It has a breaker, thermal breaker on it. It'll shut the unit off. It'll stop running, and you're just gonna have to unplug it and wait for it to cool down. I have probably 50 extension cords in my garage, and would you believe it, not one of them is 12, and I probably do need a 100 footer. So guess where I'm going later today. But what I want to do to complete this video is I'm going to get my 15 AUG 50 footer out, and we're just going to do a quick thatch test here in my backyard. And if it works, my plan is tomorrow to thatch the rest of my property, get it done. Like I said, I have rain coming in on Saturday, and if things look good and I have time on Sunday, I'll put the scarifier on it. I'll scarify each section, and I'm going to overseed, and that will be captured in a later video. So again, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell to get notified. So let's plug this in and give it a whirl. liking it. And that was set. It's really just thinned it out. All right, team. So my test, I'd say, was pretty positive. Now, is all of this thatch? Some of it's just grass. I think it probably tore it out, thinned it down, but that's what I want to do because I want to open the canopy and I want to be able to get some seed down to the soil. And there are spots where I can really see it opened it up. And in fact, I started it on a recommended height setting for the thatcher, and then when I finished it, I lowered it. And I think I'm going to try probably to do the lawn on one of the lower settings, try to get down and tear more of the thatch out. Of course, there's always the chance that I could be introducing, you know, good fertile places for seeds to take root, weed seeds to take root, but that's just part of the game. I'm not going to do a application of one of the pre-emergent products that are safe for seeding. I really don't have any weeds. I'm sure I may stir some up, but you know, the fall's coming. If I have to hit it with a little weed killer at some point, I will if I have a problem. But dude, look at this pile. Sunjoe's rocking. I'm glad I went with the Sunjoe. One of the reasons I chose it is because it also came with the Scarifier blade, which I do plan on using before I put the seed down, because it does a minor aeration to your turf and it opens some channels up. So when you throw the seed, you may get better contact with the dirt. So I'm pretty satisfied with it. It was $120, $130, something like that on Walmart. Go check it out. I know there's a couple other ones out there. There's even some that are battery powered. The only reason I didn't go with those is because I understand you get about 30 to 40 minutes out of it, which actually isn't that bad, but I want to be able to knock this place out in a day. So I'm probably going to go get myself the appropriate 12 gauge extension cord. And I may even get back at it this afternoon and try to get half this thatching done today. Do the other half on Friday. Let the rains come on Saturday. And maybe I'll cut and scarify on Sunday and throw my seed down. So guys, thanks for coming out again and watching my video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Ring the bell. Slap the logo at the end. Let me know what you use your Sunjoe for and what numbers you operate it on, how often you use it. I think it's going to be part of my regular routine now in the fall. Very happy. And I have to say, I thought I was going to have to push it a lot slower than I did. And I think I can knock this thing out. I thought I was going to be out here for hours with this. Now, of course, this is the hardest part, is getting all this material up and getting it bagged for my grass pickup or in my barrels. But, you know, I'll create a giant pile and it'll slowly find its way to the compost, to the community compost pile. Okay, guys, that's it. Get out there, get it done, and I'll see you next time on Lawn Journeys.